What's going on, guys? So I had something kind of weird happen in the house again this morning. So I wanted to share the footage with you and maybe get your guys' input on it. This is something, it was just very strange. And it's actually been causing some debate in the house about how this could have happened or what could have happened. So I figured I'd share it with you guys, and I'm going to play the short clip. It's kind of a short clip. I'm going to explain a little bit about it here in a second. But like I said, it's causing some debate in the house, so I figured I'm going to post this video and share it with you guys and see what you guys think. So this morning I went out to smoke a cigarette this morning. It was kind of early, and I was standing out on my front porch. And keep in mind, this happened you're going to notice this happened in the back of the house where I tend to catch a lot of activity in this house. So I'm outside, and I'm on the porch, and what you're going to see is on my DVR camera is pointing at the door that goes out onto the porch. So you're going to see me walk out, and while I was standing out there, the door opened on its own while I was standing outside, and it was really weird. Like, you're going to see in the clip that what I thought what had happened at the time is when the door opened. I thought that someone, because I wasn't alone in the house this morning. I wasn't the only one here, so I thought somebody was coming out behind me, and as I was standing there, and I instantly turn around and I see that the door's open and nobody's standing there. And so you'll see me in the video, like I come back in and I close the door really quick because I didn't want the animals getting out. You're going to see them in the clip. They're standing by the door. But I don't know. It's really weird. Like I said, this footage is causing a little bit of debate here in the house, so I want to post this video and get your guys' thoughts on it. So I'm going to go ahead and play the clip for you here right now. So that was it, guys. So like I said, don't really know what had happened. So after that, after I caught that clip, I came back here into my studio where I actually have my DVR screen is right here next to me. And when I came back in, it was maybe about, because I was outside for a minute trying to figure out how. Like what had happened and how, trying to figure out what had just happened. I came back in here into my studio, and I had noticed that camera that caught the door opening, that DVR camera. So there's my DVR that I have running in my house 24/7 is a 4-camera system. And that camera that caught that door opening that you saw in that clip, when I came back into my studio, my DVR was running, all the cameras were working, but that camera had malfunctioned, and it had completely stopped working. Like, it wasn't, the camera wasn't, there was no feed coming from that camera anymore. So I'm actually going to play that for you right now so you can see what I'm talking about. It was literally right after this had happened with the door. And I come back in here to my studio and had noticed that the camera on the DVR, that specific camera, had malfunctioned. And I was trying to figure it out. So I'm going to go ahead and play that clip for you right now. It's really weird. It was just funny that one camera had decided to go out. So I'm going to go ahead and play that clip for you here now. Did you just unplug it and plug it back in? No, it's still off. That's weird that after catching that, now that it's the only camera that's off. All the others are working just fine. Huh.
I hear it trying to click on. It's making a little pop noise.
I don't know. It's just weird that after that shit happened, all of a sudden this camera doesn't work. This is the one that points at the door. Try unplugging it and then plug it back in. It's the camera there. Yeah, I hear it click back on. But it won't come on the screen. Okay. Plug it back in. You can hear it turn back on. There it goes. But nothing. It's literally the only camera that's not working. All the others are on.
Will you take that one down and see if anything would be short-wired?
Well, it was working just fine. And it's turning back on. But it's just, it's not, the lens isn't, it's not picking anything up. I'm going to try that right now. So it was plugged into this one. I'm going to try plugging it into that one. It turns back on. We still got nothing. I don't know. I'm gonna try resetting the whole. I'm gonna try resetting this too to reset the whole system. Try turning it back on. Okay, it's working now. Yeah, it's back on now. Guess so. Yeah, because now it's working fine. So anyway, guys, yeah, like I said, that was just really weird that after that had happened outside, that I'd come back in here, and that was literally the only camera that wasn't working. The camera that just caught something very strange with that door opening, and all of a sudden that was the camera that malfunctioned. I've never had issues with these cameras. If you also notice, which I didn't really notice at the time until I was reviewing that footage, I also noticed that the audio from that camera wasn't working. That camera didn't pick up any audio. These cameras, like I said, I've had these cameras for a couple years now, and I've never had any issues with them. They pick up audio really well. They don't malfunction. I've never had issues with them. So it's really weird that that specific camera had malfunctioned after catching that door opening like that. And the fact that there was no audio, I have no explanation for it. Like I said, I've been spending all afternoon trying to figure out this whole situation and what had happened. And so with that being said, so after I had figured out, got the camera working again, I decided to go back and review the footage from all of the DVR cameras that were running when this happened. Like I said, it's a 4-camera system, so I went back and I looked through everything on all the cameras to see if anything else was caught. And what I found interesting is actually on one of the cameras, I think I caught something a little interesting. This happens just before the incident with the door opening. One of my other cameras that points is in kind of the middle of the house had actually caught a curtain moving right before the door opens. And so I'm going to show that to you now. Now, what I want you to keep in mind is that my house does not have central AC or heating. We don't have any fans going. There should be no reason why. There's no open windows. There should be no reason why this curtain was caught moving. It's very slight. the curtain moving is very slight. It's not like insane, like in your face moving. Like it doesn't get like pushed or get thrown around. So what I do is what I've done is I'm gonna play the clip for you in real time first, and then I'm gonna hit it with a replay, and I actually sped the footage up so that you can actually see it moving, the curtain moving a little bit better after I speed the footage up. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that for you now. So like I said, this was caught on another camera in the middle of the house. This was just before the whole incident with the door happened, like literally seconds before the door had opened, because you can actually see in this clip I'm about to play right now, you can see the cat walking up to the door where he was at right when the door had opened in the other clip, showing where the door had opened. So I'm going to go ahead and play this clip for you now. So anyway, that's it, guys. A real whole strange situation. Like I said, I don't know exactly what to call it, what happened. Like I said, I've been trying to debunk this almost all day now since this morning. I've been spending all afternoon. I keep going out to the porch. And I keep like pushing on the door. I've been, messing with different ways of closing the door, leaving it open a little bit, and I can't recreate how that happened. Just with the force that door opened, it was literally like someone was opening it, walking out. So, like I said, I've been trying to debunk it all afternoon. I've been out on that porch multiple times trying to figure it out, trying to make it happen again. I can't, and I honestly can't explain any of the camera malfunctioning. I can't explain any of it. In fact, actually what I want to do, because like I said, it's been causing a lot of debate here in the house. I'm actually going to grab one of my I'm going to grab one of my GoPros right now, and I'm going to take you guys out there with me right now and kind of show you on the porch and where I was standing, and I want to kind of show you what I've been trying to do, trying to push the door, messing with the latch and just trying to figure it out. So let's go ahead and I'm going to grab that GoPro right now. Let's go ahead and let's head out there, and so I can show you what how I've been trying to figure this out all morning. Okay, so let's head out onto the porch. So like I said, this is the part of the house where I catch a lot of weird stuff. Don't pay attention to any of the boxes or anything. I've got been working on a bunch of stuff. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and head out on the porch. All right, guys, so this is where I was standing this morning, because if you notice on that DVR shot, on that DVR footage, you didn't see me. You saw me kind of a little bit move around, because I was actually standing right here where this pillar to the house is. So this is how far away I was standing from the door, and you can see I'm a good arm's length away from it. So because like when this happened, like when anything like this happens, so what I do is I instantly, like when this first happened, I closed the door and I stood here and I was like, that was really weird. So I instantly started paying attention to my surroundings. I started paying attention. Was the wind blowing? There was no wind going. I sat and I looked and I paid attention to how far away I was from the door, because one of the things we're debating is, did I maybe back into the door? Like what I do is I make sure the door is closed. I rarely will leave the door unlatched, like even because if it's unlatched, yeah, maybe I maybe bumped into the door, and pushed it open. I was not, because when I came out, door was latched. As you can see, I've been sitting here pushing. You can push on the door. It's not going anywhere. It's not opening. And this is how far I was, about arm's length away from the door when this door opened. And like I said, when it opened, I turned around thinking someone was walking out behind me, and I just instantly, like when I saw nobody was there, I instantly just reached back in, because the animals, as you saw, were standing right here by the door. I didn't want them running out, so I closed the door real quick, and then I was just standing here, and I finished my cigarette, and the whole time I was thinking about it, just paying attention to everything, like how could that just happen? So, like I said, I've been out here, like I said, I come out and I mess with this door, see, okay, it's closed. I've been out here, I've been pushing on it. I could push on this door. I mean, I could really push on it, and it's not opening. So another thing I've been messing with is, say maybe I didn't latch the door all the way. Maybe I just, maybe I just kind of thought I did, and I just didn't actually latch it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I've been kind of messing with that right now. So, like I said, even if I came out, say I came out and I didn't latch the door all the way. Now, if you see, like, I'd have to push on the door to really get it to open, and even if I do, if you guys notice, that doesn't open with the same amount of force that it did when this originally happened. See, because I'm going to try that again. Say I didn't, there's the dog. He's hanging out watching what I'm doing. So, actually I want to get him away from the door so he doesn't, come on, dude, come on, come on, come on. All right, so say maybe I didn't latch the door all the way, and I just, you know, kind of forgot, and say maybe, because one of the other things we've been talking about is it is a heavy door, so maybe it just kind of popped open on its own. But like I said, even if I didn't latch it all the way, if I push it, if you guys notice, it doesn't open with that same kind of force, and it doesn't even open all the way. In that video, this door literally opens like somebody's like opening it to come out. Like, I want to try that one more time just to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. Like I said, you push on the door, it doesn't open with the same amount of force that it did in the video. And like I said, I'm pretty good at latching the doors when I come out. I make sure they're closed. Like I said, we do have animals. I don't want them running out. We do live right outside this gate that is Fremont Street, so I don't want the animals getting out. I don't want the cat getting out and going out onto Fremont, because that is kind of a busy street. But so like I said, guys, this has been a really weird situation. Like I said, I've been trying to figure it out pretty much all day now. I've been trying to debunk this, constantly coming out here, closing the door, opening the door, pushing on the door, trying to figure out how this happens. And I mean, as you can see, it's latched, and I can really push on this door and it's not opening. And like I said, even if I forgot to latch it, you saw me sit here and push on the door, and there's no way. It doesn't open with the same amount of force, and it doesn't open as wide as it did on the camera earlier this morning when it opened on its own. So, like I said, guys, I wanted to post this video because, like I said, been causing a lot of debate here at the house. I've been trying to debunk this all day, and I figured I'm going to throw it out there and see what you guys think. You know, give me your opinions on it. Like I said, it's just another weird thing that happens in this house. I get it all the time. I don't really get to, don't really make videos or don't really put out a whole lot of stuff that happens in this house because it happens all the time. It's just kind of a normal occurrence. So I'm not, you know, really ever filming anything, or, you know, I don't really catch anything because it just kind of happens. But this one I was able to catch, and it's been a really weird one. Like I said, I've been trying to figure it out all day, so I wanted to put this video out for you guys, and maybe you guys can kind of help me give me some opinions on what you think of what's happened here. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for sticking around and with me on this and checking this out with me. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you guys. I really appreciate it. So have a good day.